let's take a moment. Shout out Manscaped. What we got here.
Couple man was hitting man up about the Manscaped this week.
About the Manscaped.
Popping their things. Respect to that as
The
well. Using the
Manscaped
code
Deluxe
winners.
pack. Get involved. Listen, one brother I know, he said that he went too hard with it. He said that, like, he cleaned off all his regions everywhere.
Yeah.
I said,
You can get excited though.
Yeah,
Once
I said,
you
but
start
you
to
didn't
just...
need. No, but I said there's combs. Man could have gone like level 1. he said it was mad. He said his girl was mocking him. Like, what's all of that? Like, he went all in. Just cleaned off everything, blood. Just
but once you start to feel the
everything.
breeze coming through, it can get excited.
Yeah, you got carried away. You got carried away. But yeah,
carried away.
you can get the deluxe box. Code winners 20% discount. You can get the deluxe box, boxer shorts, deodorant, shaver, everything's in there. Aftershave, it's all in there. So look into it. Manscaped.com. Use the code winners.
Shh. Winners talking.
I'm repping my team. I got my team's colours on today.
That's what I'm saying.
Got my team's colours on today.
You man are taking it to them in the title.
Listen, I told man them last year. Let me start before. I noticed that before even going. I told man them last season. I said everyone's running all the jokes and the banter in it. Everyone's bantering my team. I said,
he? I don't remember. Still.
You kept it, Anna. You kept, no. You know, Doug didn't. Doug was onto man as well. Doug was onto man, but I've kind of half forgot. You was onto man online, everything. You was trying to cyberbully thing, but fuck him. I told man them, listen, you lot all enjoy it because I said next season the man them, like you lot are bullying a wounded animal. Like we had no centre backs, everything was mash up.
Okay,
Endo and them man. You remember now, innit? Bare joke. And I said, we're gonna come back for you, man, with a vengeance. You know, it's like
Van Dijk was out.
Everyone was out. Van Dijk, Matt, the whole of back line were playing Hendo at centre back and shit. And I told man, the man them will be back. I know it's everyone's quiet now. Everyone's quiet.
I respect it.
You respect it, man, respect it. But look, I told you, man, Culture Cam and them, man, up at the thing. Everything I said has come to fruition. I told you, man, A-level teams. I said Man City, Liverpool are A-level teams. I said Man United ain't on levels. I sat next to the Culture Cam and told him this. You know, and it's all come to pass. He kept doing this thing last season. Yeah, we move in silence. You're damn silent now, innit?
Yeah,
nothing
all of them.
to say. Dead out here.
All of them
Dead
silent
food,
right
all
now.
silent.
Yeah.
You guys are stepping up still.
Doing our thing, took over Chelsea.
Doing a little thing.
Took over Stamford Bridge.
That's a work in progress.
Yeah.
You man will, if you man get Champions League, I think
It's a big step.
that's the big step because it can start the ball rolling because you can get some ballers in.
Yeah, get some big players.
Get some big players in.
Yeah,
so yeah,
so
salute to you,
we
man,
need
for
that,
coming
man.
up. Car. This room's 90% Gunners more time, so shout out you, man. But I come to rep the gang and let man them know, like, listen, greatest team right now. No one can't chat to me about footy, man. Man, don't even want to talk footy with me again. United, all man, I'm going places, man. Say, your team make me sick. No, they
United
won't
fans
care.
are upset now.
It's always me United fans that say
Bro,
it.
they're
Still.
upset,
Nah.
man. They're disgruntled. They're just all in my DMs.
They had a
checking the
great
most
run.
waffle, yeah.
They had a great run. They had a great time. They
run.
got
Can't
fat
even
while we
see
stopped.
Rex or Franco in my DMs anymore today.
Come on. It is what it is. But out of that into this, what else? Shout out. Who needs for shout out? What was them books there called, Nikki, again? Let's give them a shout out because I've been meaning to do it for how long. The I Can Do Anything books, written to encourage young children, you know, that they can do anything and anything is possible in this thing. Written by a friend of ours, and we said that we'll give it an honourable mention when we get a chance. Nikki's just sliding them over to Doug. Yeah, we can show it out. These books here.
So you can get them on Amazon.
Illustrated by Sarah Jane Docker, written by Alicia Maria.
You can get these on Amazon.
Come on.
Where else, Nikos? Any reputable spots, but I'd say mainly go to Amazon. That way it's going direct to the source.
See what's going on.
You understand? And it's just encouraging youth that they can do whatever. You understand? That's the main vision behind the book.
And
Pure affirmations and goal driven and just expressing to the children that anything is possible
it's
and
big,
we can
man.
do anything. And speaking of doing anything, pass this on, Doug.
Yes, it's big, man.
Speaking of doing anything, we've been doing some wonderful things lately.
Come on.
All I want to talk about today is my brother Doug and what's going on with. You know, he just made a purchase with his family of a hotel.
Come on.
Talk to me more about this, Doug.
Bro.
I want to talk about what you've been doing. Let's talk about that.
Basically, love my G as well, man. Like, basically, it just started like we was looking at buy-to-let properties in Hull and Doncaster up north and that, because that's where the value for money is really right now.
Absolutely.
So we was looking at that, and my mum come to me about. She was basically saying, look, like, I've got this thing about this hotel thing. Like we got like a property mentor. He's done a lot of research in regards to the hotel industry, and he was like basically saying that everyone's getting into HMOs and buy-to-lets, but that game's gone now. In a sense that like it's good if you got the property and you can rent it out and make a profit out of it. But in terms of new people getting into that game, it's kind of difficult because they're taxing you on the money that you can get from the rent and that nowadays and stuff like that. So even if you was making £300-400 rent, they're gonna tax you on it, and in the end of it, you ended up taking £250, maybe £200. So like a month. So it's still good money. Like at the end of the day, because you got an asset. But it was just like he's basically saying that the way to go forward is to get into like the Airbnb, like hotel industry kind of business, like bed and breakfasts and stuff like that. So I wasn't on it at first, and then my mum was kind of had to sell me on the idea, and then I think like, I had a few Zoom meetings with Jack, big up Jack Singh. Like Jack, some people might know him. I know a couple of my brethren know him, and they like they kind of pay for his mentoring and all of that because it's not cheap. It's £250 a month. Do you get what I'm saying? But we pay it because the information is sick, innit? Do you know what I'm saying?
Can't put a price on certain
Yeah, you can't. You know what I mean? So monthly, that money goes out, and at first I wasn't for the first 6-7 months I was paying it, but I wasn't really tapping into it. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I was really hell bent in my head what I wanted to do. So. Got sold on the idea, did a few Zoom meetings, kind of understood the financials behind it, and then that was it. We just started looking for a few hotels, went Blackpool a couple of times.
Hold on a minute. We're giving you free game here. I want you to understand something. Take it in. Pause the thing. Get your pen and notepad. Pick up your phone. All jokes aside. All jokes aside.
Yeah.
We're directly giving you the blueprint. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
so
it.
It's up to you whether you want to take it in or not. So,
it's true. No, but it's true what you said, because it's like, you know what, sometimes people like they don't want to show people stuff because it's a competition thing. And what I know, and like we've always said, there's money out there for everyone. So if man even tells everyone directly how man does it, I don't feel threatened because I know there's so much out there for people to go out there and do. So it's enough out there for everyone. So yeah, we did the research, went around Blackpool, visited a few Airbnb, like bed and breakfasts and hotels and stuff. And then we found the one that kind of suitable for us, where it kind of self-manages itself. Like in a sense that like a lot of others had like provided breakfast and they had a bar. And
listen, I'm familiar with
because I mean I've spoken to you bare times and I know you're in it. You get me? You're in it. Yeah, so it just worked out that this one, in terms of how we can manage it from being in London and everything, just worked out better for us. Putting an offer for it, and then I think at first someone was in it and got pulled out. Then it just so happens that when the other person, there was 3 people in it, one person pulled out and the other person that was in it was Jack. Like the guy that was obviously mentoring us and telling us, so he was in it. When we told him that we found one and said, look, we're going to go for it, and we told him the address, he was like, oh, I put an offer in for all the money. And he was like, because it's you lot, and I want you lot to kind of get on the ladder in terms of it, he'll pull out. So he pulled out and allowed us to kind of be the only ones in it. And then I think someone else viewed it and whatever, but I think because the person was like Andrew, who owned it before, was like kind of really like liked us and that, like divine favour, and that just made him go with us. And it was for a lesser offer, even though he got offered the full money elsewhere. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, love to hear it. Love to see it. Like, I have to just say, like, big up to... I always say big up to your mum anyway.
Yeah, big mumsy.
I always have to say big up to your mum.
Yeah.
And even when you're saying that you weren't in or doing it and she's like encouraging you to do it.
I went on it.
It says so. It says a lot, bruv. It says a lot because, like, a lot of people from your mum's generation and that generation, they're not inner doing things like with their kids and stuff like that. It's more a thing of they'll hold on, they'll get property and hold on to it. And in the end, by the time it goes on, like it gets taxed. A big load you understand what I'm trying to say? So you don't even reap the full benefits of the labour and all of that.
Of all of it.
But doing it now, like how she's doing it, and being brave enough as well to be saying, let's
do this.
Yeah, and obviously your dad as well, your stepdad
my stepdad's involved as well.
So like to say like, let's do this, let's get out there, let's make the money grow. You understand what I'm saying? Like it takes balls.
And it's like, and the thing about it as well, it's beautiful because like me and my mum's relationship, you think what, come out of jail 2010, you think what, 15 years ago, 16 years ago, it ain't like what it was now. So basically like she was, obviously I'm her son, she's a Christian woman, she was disappointed I was out here doing the most. Do you know what I mean? So for a period of time, our relationship was mad. Like never used to chat, never used to see her, you know, because I'm out here doing up this and she's like, you know, whatever, and from that, from what we was maybe 10, 15 years ago to where we are now, it's such a beautiful thing. And it's true what you said as well. What a lot of people don't realize as well is that you said through inheritance you lose
A big listen.
you lose a lot in inheritance tax and things being passed on and everything being paid off in taxes and all of this. But when you can grow something together and build it,
and it brings you closer as well.
Brings you closer.
Like my thing, I've said it in here before. Like I want to do things like now. I want to do things for my kids. Like, for while they're here now.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
You know, I made some acquisitions lately,
Yeah.
recently myself. But I would rather build the portfolio and then be like, all right, son, let's do this. Like what your mum's done.
Yeah.
That's to me how it's supposed to go.
Yeah.
That's how I would run it. Because there's no point in after you're gone or when you're too old or this, that, the other, and the first. I think it's dope, bro. I admire it.
Yeah.
I respect it. I think it's a big deal.
Yeah,
like
man,
it has to be celebrated.
Yeah, man.
You understand? Like, and it's gonna build. Like that's not the last one.
Nah.
You see what I'm saying? It's just expanding the portfolio, bro.
Expanding it.
And it shows the love.
Looking at others. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Because now that you know the blueprint to get one,
course.
you understand that it's not as difficult as sometimes people think it is to acquire these things, innit? You just have to do your research and stuff.
It's not.
You know?
We have to celebrate that though, bro.
Yeah,
I wanted to
come
take
on,
the time
man.
out to celebrate that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bust a champagne to that.
Come
bro.
on.
If we're gonna bust a champagne to anything, it's gotta be to that. You see what I'm trying to say?
I think this was the coldest still.
Yeah, because it's not just the crib. Not just the crib. You know, we do
big,
cribs,
man.
but this is a business.
Yeah, it's a business, man, and it's big because you know what as well. It's like understanding like with that game as well. I think I was on the acquiring asset thing. Like I just felt like what I thought was that I just want to acquire a lot of assets, buy a lot of properties, 10 years, 20 years down the line. They're all bought for. You're taking in six, 7. You know, you're just taking in your rent.
That's that's how I think as well.
Yeah. But now because of how things have gone and how the market is moving, you're able to now acquire stuff and see good benefits off of it there and then. Do you get what I'm saying?
I'll tell you a joke. I'll just say it on the air. It don't make no difference.
Yeah.
Why I was so familiar with what you did and why I like it is because it's something I look into myself.
Yeah.
Like something I literally know about. That we're actively talking about doing. You understand? I know. Like, see when I said certain things to you earlier, and you was like, how you know about that? It's because I've looked that whole hotel, hotels, the B&Bs, the this, that, the other. Bro, crazy.
Because it's magic. Because what people don't even realize, you only have to sell 50% of the room for the year to eat a mad profit. That means your room, like if you've got prime location, like let's say somewhere like O2 where there's always events, so you're always gonna be maybe at 70-75%, then you're creaming. But imagine the way that my man broke it down to me. He said he's based the figures off it just being at 50% for the year. Like so that means not like half of the rooms being rented out.
Yeah.
And that's how they work it out because you always do over that. But even at 50%, when you break it down, your investment, you will get back your investment plus a hefty profit after the first year, just at 50%. So imagine if, like now where things are going back to normal, they like even with Blackpool, they're opening a pleasure beach, they're opening a new one, so they're revamping it. Like they got bare events. Like, we looked at what's going on for the year there, so many stuff. So imagine even if we was to be at 65% or 60%,
no, fully,
like it's mad. You get what I mean? And it is the way forward in terms of where I feel like the property business is gonna start going now.
Listen, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It was something that we actively looking at.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you've jumped on it.
Yeah, and that's what I said. Any like information man can pass on through what man's
I will.
learned.
No, literally,
we'll sit down and
literally
chat. Yeah.
for the industry you're in.
Yeah.
And for what you're doing.
Yeah.
Off cam, I'll tell you a bag of things and put you on to connect with someone that I know that's their field and speciality that I was gonna partner up with to do something, and I still will at some point. But I did the other thing. But anyway, man, we got to celebrate that. Cause you see, when we do what we do, we got to celebrate and support.
Yeah, come on.
So
man.
just bare love and congratulations, and love to see it, and like that you and your mum are doing it together.
Yeah,
understand it's the kind of thing that. It's nice, man. It's the kind of thing we would all like to do with our parents and all of that, man. It's a beautiful thing, bro.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see like the two of you skinny tea outside. You know, you look like your mum.
Yeah. It's mad because I look like my mum and I look like my dad. So if anyone see my dad, they will see my dad. They'll be like, right, the grin, like dad.
The grin. I just see the grin. You see what I'm saying? I just see the grin. I don't know about. You see what I'm saying, though, innit?
Yeah.
The grin side of things. But yeah, man. Celebrate that. Moving forward. But we just want to talk that in general. Let's just talk a bit more about that. About entrepreneurism and just making moves and just believing in yourself and putting some money behind something that you're doing. I think that's a good topic. We might as well talk on that for the next however long we're in here for, because it's just something that I'm big on it. I believe
come
in
on.
it anyway, and it's what we do.
Yeah.
And we lead by example in doing so. You understand? I think every man in this room, because it's so mad. I was gonna talk about this anyway.
Yeah.
You understand? I'd already said this was gonna be what I was gonna talk on today. But every man in this room, they put their own money up to do things. You understand?
Yeah.
They take the gamble to do something, to run a business. They roll the dice to run a business. Hold on, the bottle's talking. Yeah, they flipping. They take some kind of roll of the dice. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Put your money up and do something. You know, and it might, like we always say, like it might seem a bit daunting. It might seem a bit like, oh boy, but it depends how you do it. It depends what you're doing
and what you want to do.
What you want to get out of it.
Yeah, 100%.
You got to be willing to take a gamble.
Yeah.
And sometimes it doesn't have to be. You don't have to go for the biggest business or the biggest. Like someone was talking to me the other day and they were saying they wanted to open a salon. It was one girl. She was like, I want to open a salon. I've got such and such amount of dough. I said, okay. She's like, yeah, I want to get this place, and it's a big place in blah blah blah. And I said, have you looked in the area to see your competitors? You understand? And she's like, no. I was like, well, if you look, you need to see who your competitors are. You need to look at pricing. You need to look at the prices. You're gonna have to pay for the building and so on and so forth. I got to know all of that. And I said, and furthermore, if I was you, I said, being honest, I would look for the smallest possible building that you're paying the least rent on.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm trying to say? The least, where the least is the lowest.
Yeah.
And straight away she's thinking, oh, why? Because it's not about that. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
If you've got the boom product, you could have the smallest boutique.
You could have a room.
You understand? You could have the tiny room.
Because even in that game, that beauty game, I know through my ex and other people that I know that do it, you could easily rent a room and have like 6-7 clients, because it all comes down to what you provide as well. And you could, like, let's say you're doing let's say you're doing like Botox or whatever, and you know, like it's £200 a time. You could have 3 clients come there in a day. You made £600 to nearly £700 for the day,
Brother,
and you rent a room and you cut out.
There's people that build
you get what I'm saying,
one room in their house.
Yeah. There's people that do.
Because it's all about, listen, business is quite simple. You know?
Yeah.
You want minimum output for maximum profit.
This is where it is.
It's as simple as that. So you want your outgoings to be as small as possible. You understand? So if you've got you're the best at what you do, or you're good at what you do. Say you make cakes. You don't have to have the biggest flipping cake shop in the world, you know.
Yeah.
You could have just a little one little cabin, one little shop, but your cakes are so good, people are gonna come.
Yeah.
You see what I'm trying to say? It's product.
Yeah.
So you can roll the dice with that.
And people have to take time to perfect the craft, innit? Like, you know, like that. Like I've always said, like even like, especially like even when I was like, because I got the clothing and all of them kind of things as well. And it's like, man, I'm like, right, you should do this, do that. But it's like, because it's such the first year of business, and if I was to start looking at other brands and seeing what they're doing, and even when you talk to some of these people from these brands, you talk to Benjamin, maybe Ben Jart, you talk to Jay from Hood Rich, or Ivy and Mr. Paid in Full, all these men, they've been around for years. But like in a sense that it didn't happen overnight.
Never overnight.
So you can't look at a next man's success and think, well, they're doing that, I need to do. You got to take time to understand your lane. So it's like in my first year, I've took time to kind of understand how the manufacturing game goes, like the turnaround times, like what the sayings are, what kind of things are what, like understanding how things need to be labeled, how things need to be done, and just like even learning how to put tech packs together, like that you give. Because I was always like saying to, like, I'd have a conversation with a manufacturer and say to them, oh, I want it to be like this, that, and then when it will come back like hammer pants or something, like, you know, like come back mad baggy and that, because the information wasn't there.
Don't kill that. Yeah, go on.
You know, like, because
I know you. Yeah. Come man, crept to it and just one pop.
Up,
the way he walked away was like, I knew he was gonna do a madness.
And the way he glid out, I didn't even see him.
Yeah, he tried to do it so low. Nikos just drew for the rum punch and tried to glide out with it. Man saw him.
Yeah, but man came in like a Casper. Man came in like Casper, you know, didn't even see him, Took the rum punch,
Carry on.
But yeah, fam, it's like understanding that man needed to put a tech pack, because it was like things were coming back wrong, innit? But then it's like, even when I first started, I started off like buying stuff, then putting my branding on it, and then selling it. Do you get what I mean? To then evolve into a point where I started to understand I could now start making tracksuits and getting the cuts and doing it how I wanted it. Like if I wanted it tapered at the leg, I could now put a tech pack. So it's like understanding the game, innit? Like not being so quick to just say, right, I'm gonna chuck 10 bags at it or something, or 20 bags at it.
And
it's not always the answer. Money, and that's what it was. It's money. Sometimes it's not even about having bare dough, because you can have 10 grand, but if you don't know how you're gonna spend it in the industry that you're going into or what you're wanting to do, you'll waste it. And that's why when you talk to a lot of startups, people burn through so much money, especially even with the clothing thing. I've burnt through so much money getting samples, mistakes, and all of this to try and learn it, which is part of the process. That you just, if I at the beginning just threw bare dough at it, I would have fucked up because I wouldn't have known what I was doing. So it's like sometimes you have to take time to understand the game, and it's not all about looking at what other people are doing, but understanding where you're at in your business and where you're starting from, and just learning enough to then gradually grow in the direction that you want to grow in. Do you get what I'm saying?
100%. Studying the game is a big part of it, bro. Like, I've opened businesses, I've shut businesses, I've opened up a lot of different businesses, all sorts of different things. And like, you learning on the job. I was learning on the job.
Yeah.
But other things where I've really been committed, I've done my due diligence fully.
Yeah,
you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And that's the best way through. Like, when I was talking to that girl and I said, have you found out about how much your business rates are? She said, what's business rates?
Yeah, she didn't know.
You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
It's not that straightforward, bro.
Yeah.
Because when business rate, you might see a location. When business rates come for you and slap you in your head and then business rate, bro, it's no joke, bro. You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Big taxing you're getting, so just do your research. Minimum, like I said, minimum outgoings. If you can avoid having to get a space and you can work it online. You understand? Online's where majority of things is at now anyway. You understand? Online orders.
Yeah, understanding your tax as well, because a lot of people don't really pay, like they think, I can get away with not paying tax, or you can, like,
to a degree, there's loopholes.
There's loopholes, but understand the loopholes so you don't kill yourself. And also understand that when you're going self-employed, it's also, people always think, if I can dodge tax and keep my salary low, it also affects you when it comes around to credit and things like that. 100. So you have to kind of find a balance as well, because you can dodge tax, don't pay tax, be on minimum wage, but then at the same time, you want to go and get a mortgage with your self-employed self, and you can't get nothing because you're not really been proving that you get earning any dough. Do you get what I'm saying?
That's right, but all the information is out there. People choose to take the time, read, jump online. Everything's available to you to read, you know. If you just take the time and do your research, study up and understand, like, about the tax, about business rates.
And something I'll say as well, like, chatting to my brethren the other day at football, he was kind of beating himself up because, like, I know we've all most probably been there when you know you're destined to be doing dope stuff, but you just don't know what it is your calling is. And he kind of was beating himself. I just asked him a little question, like, how's things right? How's little man, da. And he was just like, so, like, you could tell that it's like, it's like in him, like he wants to. And I just had to say to him, like, sometimes, you have to kind of take time and just, like, take a breather and just relax, because you can only be in control of what you can be in. And from when you have that burning desire to be great and do great things, it will come, but you also have to be patient. And I think sometimes a lot of people don't want to be patient for what their blessings, because they want it now, or because they burn in their self to be successful. It's like when. And I think one thing I've learned in life as well through my journey is that sometimes you have to wait. Like, you have to be patient. You have to trust the process and understand you can only be in control of what you can control, and you can't stress about what you can't. And you really just have to know that if you've got the vision in your head and you got it in it, just take the right steps bit by bit. But you can't kick yourself every night and have sleepless nights going mad in your head because of a dream that you're dreaming.
So many years to accomplish a dream, you know.
Yeah,
it's not no overnight. I'm talking can be 10, 11, 12, like. You build along the way, but to really get there, it takes years. And during them years, you're going to have knockback setbacks. You're going to have bits where people say, look, it's long now, forget it.
Yeah.
But if you carried on now,
in
that year, you're going to hit a certain target where they'll be like, okay. You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
But if you listen to them,
you can't listen to the quitters, because if you quit, you never know what would ever have been. If you quit,
and you've invested too much time in it already.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do now? Go back because they said stop. You've invested a year of your time. If you're serious and it makes sense and it's something that you believe in and it's actually feasible to accomplish it, you understand? Keep pushing on.
Yeah, you got
all in due time. Keep on going.
Keep on going, because it's like, even I said the other day, I was like, right, if man was to stop doing the clothing thing, like, I would be that 5 years, 10 years down the line and be thinking, what if? But if I just carry it on, whether it busts or not. If I just carried it on, at least the fact of me carrying it on is giving it the opportunity to maybe be something. And sometimes people quitting their dreams too early.
You got the thinkers and the doers.
Yeah.
That's right.
But they just, you know what I mean? When people quit too early, if you quit too early in your dream, like obviously if you're throwing money at a dead horse, you have to sit back and
Yeah, then that's
reevaluate
a
the
dead horse.
situation.
But to me, yeah,
But if you're, you know what I mean?
I'll tell you this. I sit and I think, and I'll be like, I don't see how your clothing can't work because it just goes with everything man's doing. So the more bigger you get and
bigger
what
the
we're
brand-
doing,
yeah,
the
yeah,
bigger
yeah.
the brand gets.
Yeah.
So it goes hand in hand. So if you was to say to me like, oh, you know what, I think I'm gonna start the clothes, I'd say you're mad. For what? But I know you wouldn't say that anyway.
Nah,
You understand what I'm saying to you?
But it's like, I mean it in the sense.
But I
for
know
other
what you're
people,
saying.
you know
For,
what I'm
for
saying?
those
For
people that
who
ain't
think-
in position like that, and you're saying like, but that's the perfect example of what I'm saying. Like you're saying it'd be 5-6 years wasted. You can't go 5-6 years doing all of this and then unless you're Will Smith, Pursuit of Happiness, and you got them mad sewing machines.
Yeah.
That
But
was
it's-
wild.
but it's
That was
like-
wild.
yeah.
That was wild.
I don't even think I've seen Pursuit of Happiness, but I know it's meant to be.
You don't watch no films, man.
Nah,
Pursuit of
bro.
Happiness. I didn't see Pursuit of Happiness.
Bro, I just watch. I do watch films, but that's one I ain't taking in yet.
Who else ain't seen Pursuit of Happiness?
You know why? Because the trailer looked mad. His head just looked picky. It just looked all crazy. He was running
but
around
dog,
with
it's
you.
the grind,
I see him in
innit?
traffic.
The grind,
No,
blood.
but I
The
didn't know
grind.
it was that. I didn't know it was that. Like now I know that it's about the grind and it's about that. But at first, when I saw the trailer, it just looked nuts. I thought, what's this tramp doing? I said, nah, I ain't watching that.
Nah, you should watch it still. He went through it still.
Yeah, he went through it. And then I
He
see
went
one
through
clip
it.
where he's in the toilet and someone
he's
I said,
like-
I ain't got time for that
Yeah, it's
depression.
depressing, isn't it?
Yeah, I said I ain't got time for that depression. I'm
Depressing,
too
it's
vibey.
He's peak.
Yeah, man, it's too much energy for that.
Wife left him. You know the usual bullshit. Wife left him, dissing him, saying he ain't making no money.
Yeah.
All of that shit.
Yeah.
Now, he's a waste man still. When I check it, he's slightly a waste
Yeah.
man still.
But did
He's
he
flop.
turn around though?
In the end, he gets it together still. Gets a
Oh,
good job. Gets
okay.
a good job. Top company. Goes and studies.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
we
yeah.
said, he goes and studies the game.
Yeah, yeah.
But at first, he was moving dumb, like spent all their savings on these mad computer. What were they like? Sewing machine kind of. They look like sewing machines, blood. But they were some laser scanners.
Yeah.
Wasted out all their life savings. So wifey was entitled to be vexed.
Yeah,
still.
she was entitled to
She
leave.
was
it
entitled
still.
to be vexed. He
Because
spent
there's only so many fuck ups like that. Wife is really gonna
she's
take.
only meant to take so many fuck ups. You understand?
That's a big one. When you spend the savings.
Yeah, you spend it all on the like when they show when he first cut them, like it was a room full of these things, isn't it? They're meant to be some new X-ray. That's it. Some X-ray bone density X-ray thing.
Yeah.
So he's running around trying to sell them to hospitals.
Yeah, but they were far from dead.
Yeah. They
They were
weren't
far from
They
dead.
weren't really working still.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Like unless it's that, and you're just flogging, like you said, flogging a dead horse. But just keep on the carry-ons.
Yeah, 100%.
Entrepreneurs, like everyone, like literally everyone in this room is running some kind of company as well.
Yeah.
You understand? Lex has got the car finance thing going already. You see what I'm saying?
So funny you said that. Someone messaged me about the name for the finance business. So you might as well
Send
chuck it.
them on. Send
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Carfinancearus.com.
Yeah, that's it. Car finance or us. So the brother that messaged me today, there you go.
So yeah. Oh, everyone's on Saturn, man, doing Saturn. Go for your own. Try work for yourself. Try be your own boss. I encourage everyone. If there's some way, shape, or form, try be your own boss.
Yeah.
In your lifetime, I want you to try and be your own boss. Try to not have to answer to someone at some point. I'm not knocking people that do, but if you can find yourself in a position where there's an opportunity for that, take it, man, because it's you get certain personal satisfaction out of it. You know, it's fulfilling as well, bro.
Yeah.
It's in all of us. If we find a little niche
Yeah.
for it, it's in
Yeah.
us. You get
Because
me?
it also makes you do something you love. Like that's what I find as well. Like
Do
I
something
think
you love.
do something you love because that's the thing. Like we all got 9 to 5s. Like I got a 9 to 5. Some people are just fully independent in terms of whatever. But I feel like because I do other things that I enjoy doing, I come here, I film this, I do stuff with the Dons. I got my clothing. Especially like clothing for me has always been something I've wanted to do for years, but never had the confidence to do it. So it's like I'm doing something I love. So it's like at the end of the day, whether it pays me back money or it don't, I'm doing something I enjoy doing. But it makes the work, the 9 to 5,
a lot easier, bro.
a lot easier.
And I always said, I said it before in the early episode, like knowing what your plan is, it's still like you're working for yourself.
Yeah.
Because I say the same thing to my other brethren that do 9 to 5s as well, that do other things as well, and have got businesses or business goals and this, that, and the other. I know you as well. You wouldn't because it's not that situation, but you know in the back of your head, I'm willing to leave this job. They don't rule me. Like,
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
like,
100
You
because
see what I'm saying? It's not like, boy, Doug,
Nah.
they're going to deal with you anyhow,
Yeah,
badge
yeah,
you
yeah,
up,
yeah,
this, that,
yeah,
the
yeah.
other. If
Because-
you wanted to bounce, you'll bounce.
because what's mad about it as well, funny you said that, is because it's the energy now that I have towards my work because of situations and things that I've put myself into. So it's like now I see my job where it used to feel like before I used to be, because it was new to me, and I'm like I used to be stressed, like anything going wrong with work I used to be like fuck, are they gonna do this or they're gonna pull me in? Now I don't even stress about work because now I see it as an income stream. Whereas I don't see it as the be all and end all of my of me, innit? Do you get what I'm saying? So because I just see it as an income stream, it's another hustle. When I get up and go to work, it's like I'm just going to grind that out for a couple hours, and I'm back again. You get me?
And to be clear for any of Doug's people from work that's watching, man gives his full
yeah,
on
of course.
every time. You understand, Max?
But no,
Full
but
on,
I say it at work because you know
there's
why?
more.
Because now I don't, where I'll be all involved in the work politics and I'll be knowing what's going on. Now I don't care. Like I come in, I do what I'm doing, I work my hours. Even sometimes I'm not even where I used to be catting out to kind of meet and do this and cut out early. I'll stay my whole shit. When I got to go drive the train back to Crawley at 6 a.m, I'll do it. And I'm calm because I know if I've got 3 shifts for that week, I'm just banging out. I'm grinding for them 3 days, and I'm back on what I'm doing.
I love to hear.
Do you get what I'm saying? So in my mind, it's taken such a mental shift that now I don't look at work.
That makes me happy.
Do you get what I'm saying? I don't look at work the way I used to.
I'm happy for you in that.
And I think a lot of people will most probably change the perspective of their job if they start to look at it differently.
That's what I would
get what
want
I'm
for
saying?
people. That's what I'd want for people. So I'm happy for you in that. Because even down to your job, like I say to people that if you're in a job that you hate, you can't stand the thought getting up in the morning thinking about this job. Look for another one.
Yeah, 100.
Look for another
No,
one.
but I love my job. Like,
I know you do.
Because I get paid well, so I'm like...
I know your team's set different. I'm talking for those. That's what I'm saying. You're an example of a man that's in something where everything's set.
Yeah, for man, yeah.
But you know there's a bag of people that hate
Come on,
job,
man.
bro.
There's people
You
everywhere.
understand? So that's what I mean. Like for them, I know it's not that easy. Someone's gonna boys just think it's that easy.
Nah,
but
it's not.
You can't hurt to look and see what's out there for you.
Nah, because...
Just have a look. See what's out there. You might see something. Listen, it's the same flipping. It's still going to be a paycheck at the end of the day. You might see something else that you think, you know what, I might want to do that for 6-7 months and see from there, because it's your life you got to live at the same time, and you can't be waking up miserable at the thought of going into this place.
Yeah, and the thing is as well, because it's like even like I was at Blue Water the other day and I think I walked past a coffee shop and I see a man working in the coffee shop, but he was just standing, like waiting to serve, innit? And in my head I was like, if that job must be like kind of maybe like man's like, rah, I can't wait for the hours to done. He might actually enjoy it. But if he was in a job like that and it's like, rah, you're just in a... Once you try to change the whole perspective of how you look at that job and that 9 to 5, them hours where it might look like you're standing there for like 8 hours and you're, rah, fuck this, I got to go, like, I just can't be... If you change it, it might just change in your mind that you might just be like, you know what, I got 6 hours to do here. Boom, I'm out of here. I'm going to go and do the next thing. Do you get what I mean? Because I know what you're saying. There's a lot of people that are mostly in jobs that they hate and they're not into it, but it's like some way we've got to find a way to grind our way through it. Do you get what I'm saying?
That's why I say hobbies. If you're not going to do hobbies, when you get out of there, you need something to feed your soul. I always say that something that feeds your soul makes you feel good within yourself.
Yeah.
It can't just be that same old repeat, stress out, repeat. That'll drive you mad.
Because Groundhog Day.
Yeah,
all of a sudden people lose their mind. Yeah.
Literally.
But a lot of people are living that, and that's the madness about it.
But that's the design. You live like that for 50, 60 years.
Yeah.
Then you can finally pay off your house, and then by the time you paid off your house and you want to enjoy yourself,
Bruv,
you're too old and
pop your clogs, bro.
I didn't even want to say it, but yeah, basically, you understand. So, yeah, man, that's why we encourage it over here. You get what I'm saying to you, Rex? Come on.
Come on.
Right,
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
Rex is doing this entrepreneurial thing, man. Rex is hustling on the side, man.
Come on.
How many times a week Rex send you them cash orders?
Bruv, every day.
See what I'm trying to say?
Grinding,
independent grind.
Grinding, bro.
Independent grind.
Like, yo, doggy, bro, I'm going to need that money for this week, fam.
Yeah,
you ain't paid me nothing yet. Actually, let me just remind you, and then send something straight to my bank.
Independent grind.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're encouraging that here. Let's wrap it up there. We'll keep it light.
Come
You get
on.
me? But that's another one, man. What's up, Nikos?
Listen.
No, I'm just looking at these
So-
veggie fucking crisps.
Yeah.
Oh, Boston, man, eat
So,
some.
to wrap it up, we're wrapping it up. Yeah. Listen, everyone, just go do what you need to do. Grind. Listen, change your work ethic, change your mindset. Let's go get this. You get me?
this. Flip
Come
it.
on, man.
Live your dreams, people.
That's it. Step.